The Lancashire Premier League 2026 Season 5, and we got the match number 2 starting in a short while. It's between CROSTON Kings and the Southern Panthers. The umpires are walking out to the middle. The two teams will also follow. It's been a wonderful day of cricket so far. We had a thrilling first match, a low-scoring thriller, and we'll see how this match would unfold between these two teams, CROSTON Kings and Southern Panthers. CROSTON Kings obviously will have to find their rhythm, and at the same time, the Southern Panthers, so far they've been undefeated in the tournament, played 2 matches. This is their 3rd game, and they won both their first 2 matches. So there's a lot to play for both the teams on a tricky surface. And just to remind you on what happened at the coin toss, it was the Southern Panthers who won the toss, and they elected to bat first, putting the CROSTON Kings into field. Now, one thing to notice is, from what I heard from the 2 captains, CROSTON Kings were also going to bat first if they have won the toss, but then that didn't really go in their way. But the Southern Panthers, what they mentioned, the rationale behind batting first on this surface is that when the day goes on, it'll be even more harder to bat on. So they want to set a good total on the board first, and then let their spinners do the talking. So that's the plan, and I'm sure that Southern Panthers would try their best to preserve their undefeated status in this tournament. Now, looking into the points table, we got Natives, Titans up front. Obviously, the Bolton Blasters, at the start of the day, they were ranked at number 4, but well, they lost their game in the morning, and Northern Falcons managed to secure points for the first time in this tournament. So they were at the bottom of the table, but now they will go ahead of CROSTON Kings, and CROSTON Kings will have to do their very best to make sure that they stay alive in the tournament, and at the same time that they add a point for themselves in this points table. So that's the status on the points table. Native Titans up front, Ashton Lions, the 2 teams undefeated, and at the same time Southern Panthers as well. So we've got 3 undefeated teams, and we got a few teams winning only 1 game out of their 2. So that is Bolton Blasters, Blazing Champions, the Eastern Thunders, and the Western Tigers. So the top 4 teams will qualify into the 2nd round, and as of now, well, we got top 3 with Native Titans and National Lions, 6 points each. And then the Southern Panthers with 4 points. They'll be playing today. And that 4th position, we got number of teams in contention. We got Bolton Blasters, we got Blazing Champions, Eastern Thunders, and Western Tigers. So 4 teams are competing for that 4th place. And we'll see how this match would go on, and whether Southern Panthers would preserve their undefeated status, or whether CROSTON Kings would secure their first points in this tournament. Right, so the players are ready. The bowlers, they're ready as well. And looks like we're all set to start off the proceedings of this match between CROSTON Kings and the Southern Panthers. Nicely played there. A good delivery as well, right outside the off stump. Touch too full to my liking, but still good enough. Nothing really there for the batter to work with. Interesting. Playing with a GoPro clamped onto his helmet. Nicely played. Played it under the eyes, so that's the important thing there. punched nicely onto the offside. First runs on the board there for the Southern Panthers. Oh, is it gone? Yes, it is. The finger goes up. Divanka has to depart. Very first ball he faced. Sadurshan bowls it outside the off stump. No real movement there. There we go. Just a slight movement, but it was very far away from the batter. So he had to poke at that delivery outside the off stump. So Divanka has to depart. A thick cage and a good take from the wicket keeper. And the first wicket goes down in the very first over itself. So change of captaincy today. Sadurshan used to be the captain all this time. But now, today they have made some shift and Ramesh has been appointed as the captain. Sadurshan actually led the team well, to be honest. He has been one of those captains who've led from the front, whether it's with the ball, especially with the new ball. He's been quite outstanding. And today as well. He delivers with the ball in the very first over. Temia is the new man in. Temia net picker. Right, so Praveen Fernando with the ball in hand to bowl the second over. Need to continue this pressure on. Simple as that from both the sides. Because it will be interesting to see how the things will progress once the spinners are introduced. But the bowlers will have to, the fast bowlers will have to do their part as well. That ball kept low. Didn't bounce real much. Praveen Fernando acknowledges it. Yeah, there we go. That's the thing about this particular pitch here at Moors. And again, keep bowling wide outside the off stump. And again, not bouncing at all. Praveen Fernando is not that express. And he's not that kind of a bowler who would, hit the deck hard. He would try to skid the ball, but the surface is acting in such a way that it doesn't really do that for Praveen Fernando. It doesn't really bounce that much. The conditions are a bit soft and it's a bit on the slower side. We've been experiencing this last weekend as well. It's a bit on the softer side and the ball tends to hold on to the surface a bit before it reaches the batter. So that slight hint of a delay can actually deceive the batter. Oh, there we go. That bounced. And Thamia acknowledges it as well. Praveen Fernando should feel extremely unlucky that time as well. There we go. Just a hint of movement into the batter as well. The previous few deliveries, they were going away, but this one just came in a bit. Look at that bounce. Almost like a tennis ball bounce there. It's a two-paced pitch, this one for sure. 2 overs done, 6 for 1. Right, so here's Sadurshan. Gone! Oh, dropped. Well. How costly would that be? He was punched hard and hard. There you go. It just went in. Should have been taken. He just took his out of the ball at the last moment. Unacceptable. Full toss. Slightly slower there from Sadurshan. Asking the question and gone. Second wicket for Sadurshan. And Southern Panthers, both the openers, are now back in the pavilion. The only question would have been whether it was pitched outside leg, but no, the umpire says it's satisfied. He's satisfied. And the finger goes up. So the second wicket goes down. 13 for 2. There we go. Sadurshan with the breakthrough. Second wicket for him and for the CROSTON Kings. Oh, gone is it? Well. That ball came in sharply. Artemia and Praveen Fernando with the breakthrough now. 3 down. That ball came in. Look at that. There we go. Came in sharply. And the bat going nowhere. It came from outside the off stump. Ideally, the bat should have come along the line of the ball. But you can see the bat coming away from the off stump. And it's touched too late there. Maybe slightly faster from Praveen Fernando. Not exactly sure, but the inward movement completely deceived the batter. And Southern Panthers now, remember, they're undefeated. And they're on 13 for 3 now. It's a good delivery once again. Pitching right outside the off stump. Carved and in the gap. And it's gone all the way for a boundary. That was a good shot there from Samila. Samila Nadish. It's a good delivery once again. Took the edge. So 4 overs done. 18 for the last of 3 wickets. And gone! Is it? Nope. Well, for a moment I thought he had his man, but a good bit of fielding once again. Yeah, came right on. Good bit of fielding, really good bit of fielding. Stopped a certain boundary there. Off the edge. Sadurshan to continue. And it's been given as a wide. Worked away nicely towards the point fielder and a quick single. Well, he almost made a mess out of his running, but he's home safe. 5 overs done and we're done with the power play. And it belongs to Croston Kings without any doubt. 3 wickets down, gave away only 25 runs. Couldn't have asked for a better start than that. Punched on the ground. Worked away down towards the backward point fielder. And look at this. A chance, a genuine chance, because the batter was halfway down the track. This time it goes up in there, but it's in the gap and it will run away for a boundary. Not the most convincing shot there from the batter, but he'll get the 4 any day. Oh, well, it goes up in there. And it lands at no man's land. My goodness. So I'm guessing it was long on and long off. Down in the deep. Because if they were up inside the circle, that would have been a certain catch. Yeah. Probably they were down in the deep. Not exactly sure. Right, so Samila is on 11 of 12. It's been a real struggle for the batters on this surface, and it's been the same for the Southern Panthers as well. One of those undefeated teams in the tournament. Currently at number 3 in the points table. Rauzan Kafour with the ball in hand, and nothing there from the umpire. Now this time he goes high up in there. A chance. No, it's gone all the way for a maximum. Oh, brilliant strike this one. Much needed boundaries for the Southern Panthers. Let's have a look at that again. There we go, down on one knee and played it. There was a fielder down in the deep, so he had to play it and fully commit to his shot, which he did. And he grabs a 6. So 39 for 3 now. And Samila looks to be in good touch. Right. So we go to Udara Piris. Another experienced campaign, Udara Piris, with loads of experience to his name. He was vital part of this Southern Panthers team, the undefeated team. Played some vital knocks along the way. Worked around the pads there by Udara Piris with just a single. Chenu Kurandula has been a good bowler, a good asset for the CROSTON Kings. But now these two batters have put up a good partnership here. Something for the Southern Panthers to cherish. There's still a long way to go in this match for them. Still in the 8th over. That's a good looking shot, and it's in the gap, and it's gone all the way for a boundary. You cannot keep Samila quiet for much longer, because he will find the gap. He will eventually go after you. So it's just a matter of time where he is kept quiet. And again, Samila goes big. And Samila goes for a 6. 50 is up. This just takes the pressure completely off from Udara Peters because Samila is striking the ball well. Look at this shot on the offside. Down on one knee. And the good thing is, he played it as straight as possible. 53 for 3 now. Got one more ball to go in this over. This time worked away towards the onside. There's protection down in the deep. Yeah, just a single. Janula makes a good recovery. Right, so 10 overs done, 59 for 3 now. Southern Panthers slowly making a progress here. Recovery has been quite good between Samila and Udara. Both the batters making some good progress, but there's a long way to go. 15 more overs to go in this match. And the Southern Panthers, they would try to get anything beyond 160, which is very much possible and very much on the cards, but they just got to preserve the wickets. Now the single added to the total, Anutha Jitwara. Udara Peris really trying to break the shackles there. He's been guiding the ball well. 16 of just 15 deliveries, striking the ball well. Right, so we're back after the drinks break. 62 for 3 in 11 overs. It's been a good comeback from the Southern Panthers thanks to these two experienced players, Udara Piris and Samila, especially 32 of 31. Almost a runner ball. Both the batters. Udara Piris obviously going at a runner ball. Right, so here's Chenukarandula to continue. Last ball of this over from Chenukarandula. Played it on the up. There's fielders down in the deep, so it'll be just a single. Just 2 runs coming off from that over from Chenukarandula. He's completed his 3 overs, done for 11. It's 64 for 3. Anudajitwara. Not much pace on offer from him. He just runs in very casually, delivers it nicely. Is up in there, but there's protection. So it'll be just a single. Right, so 13 overs done. 69 for 3. Samil on 34 and Udara is on 21. The partnership is worked really well now for the Southern Panthers. Now it's important to see how these two batters would manage these middle overs. Januli Dusara being brought in to bowl his first over. A bit late because he normally comes in to bowl right around that 12th to 13th over, or rather 8th to 10th over. But today has been held back. Yeah, at the moment, the two batters are just happy to work with singles. The boundaries have gone dry, but the two batters just making sure that they're keeping the scoreboard ticking continuously. Once again, trying to bisect that gap, but missed it out completely. Oh, that was hit straight back at the bowler. Not sure whether it was a genuine chance, but Now this time he goes down the ground. And it's gone all the way for a boundary. They couldn't keep him quiet for too long there, Samila. And that's the end of the over as well. He moves into 40. Touch to full. Got his front foot away and banged it down the ground. Well, that's a breakthrough that they've been looking for. Let's have a look at that again. Trying to go for a big shot, but straight into the hands of the field. Udara Pires has to depart. He's gone for 25. And the partnership is now broken, 80 for 4. Emine Makram, the captain, coming in at number 6. Bouquet low, didn't really bounce that much. $60 done, 84 for 4. Samila lost his partner. He's on 42. Revenue Makram, the captain, is a very capable batter himself. Samila. Mahima Virakon being brought in. Worked away down towards mid-wicket. They're coming back for the second run. Got to hurry. And they'll be home safe. Off the edge. Oh, for a moment I thought he was in contention to take that catch, but just went over his head and it's gone all the way for a boundary. And there we go. That's a breakthrough. And it's a big wicket. It's Samila who reached his half century. Just in that last delivery, but this time trying to play it across. It's a straightish delivery. It just went with the arm. No real turn on offer. And Janula strikes. But nevertheless, it's a good innings from the batter himself. Now half the side back in the pavilion. Samil Nadesh, a wonderful innings, a half century to his name on a tough pitch to bat on. Worked away nicely. Mahimavira Khan. That's the end of the over. 19 overs done. 95 for 5. And now the CROSTON Kings are slowly but steadily tightening their grip in this game. Now that goes high up in there. Chance. Nope. Oh, it is taken. And it's Sadurshan who has taken a real good catch. It's 95 for 6 now. Well. It's Janula with his second wicket. Goes very high up in there. Well, look at this catch. Oh, brilliant. Takes the catch. The former captain Sadurshan making real contributions with the ball and in the field as well. 95 for 6 now, Southern Panthers. Worked away nicely onto the onside. Another single taken. Now it's more of a rebuilding phase now. It will be important to see when and where Southern Panthers would take that two power play overs as well. But right now it's the Croston Kings who are in control of the proceedings. Oh, it goes high up in there. This could be a chance. Nope. There's no one to take the catch. More runs on offer. Much needed boundaries now. And the 100 is up for the Southern Panthers. For the loss of 6 wickets now. Worked away nicely down towards the mid-wicket region. This time punched on the ground. There's protection. Sadurshan cuts it down. A good mix up there from Jalul Idusara. 22 overs done. 109 for 6. Right, so Mahima Veerakon to continue. Now, obviously, 150 seems like a bit of a far-fetched total for the Southern Panthers as it now. So if they can get to at least 140, that would be something to bowl at. And it's not going to be easy as well for the team batting second on this surface. Tossed up delivery down the ground. There's a fielder down in the team, so it will be just a single. Anudha cuts it down for just a single. And obviously they'll be forced to take the power play overs in the last 2 overs. That's the next 2 overs. Eminem Akram. A bit of a misfield. Okay, couple of runs. A decent spell from Mahima Veerakon. Not that expensive. 3.4 overs, none for 15. Has been keeping things tightly. This time it goes up in there. This could go all the way for a maximum. Yes, it does go all the way for a maximum. Much near sixes. It's Eminem Akram, the captain, who has struck a really good blow down towards the mid-wicket. And there we go. That's a wicket. Mahima Veerakon will most probably finish his spell here. And he gets a last laugh against Eminem Akram, trying to reverse sweep him. And it's 121 for 7 now in 23 overs. Captain goes. And Mahima Veerakon picks up his first ticket. That's high up in there. And it's a wicket. Is it? Yep. Chenukarandula gets a breakthrough. Mahima. Is it Mahira? Mahira, if I'm not mistaken. Picked up a good catch there. And Harishant, he's gone for a duck. It's 122 for 8. Oh yes, that's a clean run out there. More wickets falling, and Southern Panthers are now falling like a deck of cards. Asking the question, nothing there from the umpire. Majid. A quick single there. "24 overs done. We're heading into the last one. 123 for 9. That's one of the... Oh! Well, I thought he went past the backup fielder as well. Right, so 5 more deliveries remaining. Where will Southern Panthers finish in their 25 overs? Now he goes high up in there. Not the distance. And nobody to call for the catch. Well, we've seen at least 3 or 4 balls landing in that particular area and no one coming in. Not sure whether those can be counted as genuine chances. Anyway, the batters have taken a couple of runs. Carved away on the offside. Might go all the way for a boundary. Yes, it does. Remember, it's a power play, so only 2 fielders are permitted outside the 30-yard. And I feel like there's long off and long on in position. I'm not exactly sure, but then on the offside, it was just a matter of getting it over the top of the fielders at the edge of the 30-yard circle. It's a guaranteed 4. It's in the gap, is it? Yes, it is. Back-to-back boundaries, much needed runs for the Southern Panthers. This time he dragged the length a bit. And Hirusha was quickly onto it. He's been out there for 17 deliveries, so he understands on how this pitch is behaving. Didn't really bounce that much, but still Hirusha was so determined to play that shot, he just made it happen somehow. Right, so 10 runs from this over. That's a good delivery and a good call from the umpire as well. Hirusha Balapitiya. He's on 24. Last ball of this innings for Southern Panthers. Not where they wanted to finish off, but they'll take this any day. That's a full toss on the offside, and it's gone the distance. What a way to finish things off, a 6. And that's not a good over from Manu Chittara, the last one. And he finishes his 3 overs. A decent spell, but it's just the last over. 16 runs were scored. But it's a power play, so only 2 fielders permitted outside the 30-yard. So you've got to be kind on the bowler as well. So 139 for the loss of 9 wickets. That's where they finish off. The Southern Panthers 139 for the loss of 9 wickets in 25 overs, and the target is now set for the CROSTON Kings. And it'll be a very interesting run chase, because we saw how difficult it was to bat on the surface, especially when it comes to chasing in that first game, as only 82 runs were there to be chased away, but then they lost 6 wickets in that process. Now looking into the bowling performance, or rather the batting performances, Samil Nadish, the standout performer with the bat in hand, a well-compiled half-century. And then Hirusha Balapitiya at the back end of the innings, scoring 30 of 20 runs as well. So in 25 overs, they managed to get 139 for the loss of 9 wickets. Let's have a look at the bowling performances. Janula Indusara was the pick of the bowler, who bowled 5 overs, 23 runs, and he picked up 3 wickets as well. And then a couple of wickets for the former captain SP Sadurshan, 2 for 16. And then 3 other bowlers, Praveen Chenukarandula and Mahima Veeragon, picking up 1 wicket apiece. Overall, a good bowling performance from CROSTON Kings. They had the game under their control right until those last 2 overs. Well, you've got to be kind on the bowlers as well, because it was a power play and only 2 fielders permitted. But all in all, a good performance with the ball in hand from the CROSTON Kings. Right, so these are the highlights of the innings by Southern Panthers. They came into this match undefeated, winning both their matches. They lost Tivanka early into the innings, in fact in the very first over itself. But from there onwards, the runs started to come in. But at one point, they lost 3 wickets for a very low score on the board. This was the second wicket, and then Praveen Fernando picking up the third one. From there onwards, Samil Nadish and Udara Pires really took control of the game, and although the runs didn't really come in a faster manner, although the run rate was not there in those 7s, 8s per over, they preserved their wickets and they held the innings together, and they slowly but steadily, with occasional boundaries, they started to rebuild these innings. Maybe they would think that they're at least 15 or maybe 20 to 25 runs short of what they could have gotten at the end of the 25 overs, but they'll take this 133 on this surface any day. Lahiru, or rather Udara Pires, played some good shots until he perished at the hands of the spinners, and then Samil Nadish just continue to score a wonderful half-century with the bat in hand. Held the innings together nicely, played some really good shots all around the park. He was aggressive when the team wanted him to be aggressive, and he was very calm and composed, and he batted according to the situation. Janula had the last laugh against Samil Nadish, and then Sadurshan picking up a few of those catches to restrict them for 133 for the loss of 9 wickets. Mahima Veerakorn bowled well in his spell of 4 overs. He was one of the standout performers. This was the wicket of Eminem Akram being hit for a 6. He came back quite strongly to pick up wickets. The power play overs were the last 2, and a couple of wickets fell down actually during those 2 overs, and this was the run out. And then the last over, 16 runs were scored in that last over with 3 boundaries, 2 fours and a 6, and that pushed them to get to a total of 133. This was the last ball of the innings. Some really good shots over on the park. Hirusha Balapitiya just making sure that they're finishing on a higher and a stronger note. Right, so the target is set for the Croston Kings to chase down. We'll take a short break and we'll be back with the run chase. Right, so welcome back to the Moors Sports Club grounds. We're all set for the run chase of the CROSTON Kings. They need 134 runs. That's the equation in their 25 overs to register their first win in this tournament. And for the Southern Panthers, well, their task is quite simple. Bowl out the opposition as quickly as possible before they reach to 133 to preserve their unbeaten record in this tournament. Right, so the two openers, including the captain of the CROSTON Kings, walking out to the middle along with the fielding team. Southern Panthers trying to defend 133. Right, so there we go. Beg your pardon, it's 140 that CROSTON Kings will require in their 25 overs. Right, so the two openers are set. Roshan Durling with the ball in hand to bowl the opening over for the Southern Panthers. Well, there we go. First ball, Anudha has to depart. Oh, what a start for the Southern Panthers. Let's have a look at that again. Came in sharp, a big inside edge, and on to the stumps. Oh, well. A lot of discussions been going around at the moment. Right, so here we go. Roshan Derling back. Good delivery to the new man, Kevin. Oh, asking the question here. Oh, nothing there from the umpire. A very animated appeal there from Roshan Derling. But a very eventful over comes to an end. 5 runs and a wicket. An excellent start for the Southern Panthers. 2 overs done. 7 for the loss of 1 wicket. Kevin and Ramesh, the captain, and the 2 batters out there in the middle. A couple of runs added to the total. Roshan Durling to continue. Early success for him, picking up a wicket. Now here's a big inside edge. Three overs done. 10 for the loss of 1 wicket. And Udarapiri strikes straight away. It is second over. It's 10 for 2 now. It's Ramesh, the captain, who has to depart. He's an experienced campaigner. Did well with the bat today. And cannot do anything wrong with the ball as well. Ravzan. Kevin Samuel is one of those players who's currently playing Tier B. And Razan Kafour at the other end. But he did well with the ball in hand. They need to forge a partnership here. 13 for 2. It's not going to be easy to bat in this surface. Or rather on this surface. Especially against the likes of Udarapiri, who's very well versed, experienced. Four overs done, 13 for 2. Now this is up in the air, but safe is still in the power play. So there's fielding restrictions on. It'll be just a single, or maybe couple of runs added to the total. It's in the gap. Ravzan Kafoor makes the best out of it and collects a boundary. Much needed boundaries there for the Croston Kings. Eight runs so far from this over. Ravzan Kafoor. Five was done, 22 for 2. Right, so 5 overs done. The second power play starts now. Themia Gunaratne to bowl his first over. It's been a very slow and a sedate start. Understandably, they've lost 2 wickets, 23 for 2 now. Kevin Samuel and Raulzan Kafur really need to build things from scratch here. Themia Gunaratne. So far, so good from him. Six overs done. 26 for 2 now. Kevin Samuel and Raulzan Kafur. Both the batters just taking things slow here. And the captain has decided to take the ball to himself. Eminem Akram to bowl the 7th over. But the Southern Panthers at this stage won't really mind them taking ones, but the ones, and gotta make sure that they're keeping that required run rate at a controllable level, the CROSTON Kings. But on the part of Southern Panthers, what they really got to do at this stage is to match that required run rate, which is around 6 runs per over. Very gettable at this stage. Ones and twos will do the trick. But not to let it loose and go overboard with around, once it reaches 8 to 9 or maybe 10 runs per over, that's where it becomes difficult. So gotta make sure that you're keeping that afloat as well while preserving your wickets. This is good bowling from Eminem Akram, just keeping things very simple, bowling wicket to wicket. 7 overs done, 28 for 2. Temi Gunaratne goes for a big hit. And it's in the gap as well. It's been given. We'll wait for the confirmation. But that's a really good strike there. That'll break the shackles a bit. Kevin Samuel. Temi Gunaratne delivering it across. The batter. He was careful enough to play it in the gap. There we go. It's been given as a 4. Oh, gone. Is it? Is it? Nothing there from the umpire. Eminem Akram thought he had his man, but that was a very convincing appeal there from him. Let's have a look at that again. Not sure what happened there, but he looked very convincing. Quick single there. Right, so 9 overs done. It's a 40 for the loss of 2 wickets. Exactly 100 more runs required for the Croston Kings. Right, so change in bowling. Hirusha Balapitia is back with the ball in hand. Did a tremendous job with the bat in hand today. Pushed away. Be another single. You would fancy bowling against the right-handers more. Punched on the ground down towards the long on. So there's 3 runs coming off from that over. 10 done, 43 for 2. Eminem Akram strikes, the captain. A timely breakthrough for the Southern Panthers. They badly needed this. And he has struck nicely. There we go. A simple enough catch for Eminem Akram. And the batter Kafur knew straight away that he has to depart. So 43 for 3 now. And Kafur is gone. And Eminem Akram picking up a wicket. punched off the back foot once again by Tinula Lianage. Eleven overs done, 47 for 3. Udar Peris to continue. He's been quite outstanding this whole tournament with the bat, with the ball. Plenty of experience under his belt. 1 wicket for 6 in 2.1 overs today as well. And scored a valuable 25 runs with the bat. A huge appeal there, but nothing really convincing the umpire. Let's have a look at that again. It worked very nicely. Just a gentle push towards the onside. Tough one. Tough one to say. Tulo was done, 53 for 3. That's a good looking shot. And that's gone all the way for a maximum. Tinula gets it across and welcomes Eminem Akram for his 4th over. That's a really good shot there. Cleared out his front foot. It was touched to full there from Akram. A graceful shot there from Kevin Samuel. Gone! There we go! That's a breakthrough that they've been looking for. Kevin Samuel thought he could hit Eminem Akram out of the park yet again, but this was touched too full to play that shot. There we go. Too close to his body. Tried to play it across. Gone through the defenses and hitting the stumps. Look at the reaction from the wicketkeeper. It just tells you the story, how important this wicket is. Kevin Samuel. He has to depart. It's 59 for 4 now. SP Sadurshan coming in at number 6. And Thinula at the other end. Leading edge, Themi Gunaratna. Oh, just on the bounce. Oh, that's a good looking shot there from Thinula. Coming down the track a bit, not too much. Get into the pitch of the delivery and hitting it along the line of the ball down towards the long on region. Beautifully executed shot to finish things off in that over. 14 overs done. 63 for 4. They're staying in the game here. Samlinadish has been greeted with a boundary by SP Sadurshan. He gets off the mark. Didn't really try to hit it that hard. Just a gentle push, but away from the fielder. Hirusha Balapitiya to continue. A decent first over, gave away only 3 runs. Ooh. That is the off stump by a very, very small margin there. No, that's a really good shot there. Slightly full on the offside. Not sure whether it went through the legs of that covers fielder. Let's see. Again, touch too full that was. Oh, yes, it did. It did went right through him. Samir Radish to continue. Coming down the track. Going down. With just a couple of runs there. Or just a single. Touch to full once again from Samil and Adish. Driven away quite easily down the ground for a single.
Well, these two batters are keeping things under control. And that's something
The CROSTON Kings have been able to do throughout this run chase so far. As they've lost wickets, but they've set things in order. The runs have come in, the ones and twos were there, the occasional boundaries there. Just keeps the scoreboard ticking always. But to be nicely down towards the long on region will be just a single. And 4 runs coming off from that over. 17 done, 80 for 4. Roshan Darling back with the ball in hand. Worked away onto the pads. Overthrows. It's a big problem. Roshan Darling is not happy. Yeah, asking the question there. Darling looked very convinced. Last ball of this over. Down towards the log on. It goes through, and much needed boundaries now for the CROSTON Kings. A very slow through there, no real turn. We haven't really seen Northern, or rather Southern Panthers really turning the ball much today. I mean, if you look at all the spinners they have, they don't really turn the ball that much. And again, back-to-back fours, and both the fours from Sudarshan, they have been very delicate shots. None of these two shots were rash shots from Sudarshan, very delicate. Trying to place it. "19 overs done, 95 for 4. Gone. Well. That's a big wicket. Here we go. Struck up in the air by Tinula. And just like that, the 5th wicket goes down. Hirusha Balapitiya with the breakthrough. He picks up his first wicket and Tinula is gone for a well-made 22. That's the end of the over. 20 done. 5 more to go. 98 for 5. Croston Kings. Right, so they've taken the power play overs now. 2 overs. It's only 2 fielders permitted outside the 30-yard. They need 42 runs. I feel like this can be a timely execution. There we go. Immediate success. Udara Piri is being brought in. Remember when I told you that these spinners are not extravagant turners of the ball compared to what we've seen today. Haven't really seen the spinners turning the ball that much. So the idea to bring Udara Beris, unless he is experienced, can be canny. Oh, that's a good shot once again. Might go all the way for a boundary. Oh, yes, it does. Power play or not, that's going for a 6 any day of the time. There we go. Now this time, it's another 4. 4, 6 and 4 in this power play over. Now this is what I mentioned. Giving that ball to the RPRs, to any spinner in this sense. In the case of Southern Panthers, it's going to be a problem because they are not turning the ball that much. It's running in and delivering the ball. So they have to rely on their line and lengths. So Udara Pires is certainly under pressure. Buddhika is hammering the ball all over the park here. 17 of just 7. Exactly what they wanted now. Cut it down for just a single. SP Sadushan, what can he do now? Last ball of this power play over. 15 runs from it. A dot delivery to finish things off. That's a good one for the CROSTON Kings. 27 more runs required from the last 4 overs. Right, so Themi Gunaratna to bowl the second power play over. Buddhika is on strike. Oh, gone. There we go. Flatter, faster. And Themi Gunaratna does the job, does the trick with the ball in hand. And it's an important wicket, this one. Look at this. Faster. Just enough turn. And the Buddhika, he was halfway down the track. We'll take a single there. Oh, couldn't get under the ball properly. A quick single. And he's home. Safe. Oh, that's a good shot. Oh, Sadurshan, where did that come from? My goodness. That was touch too full, to be honest, to play a shot like that. But he just somehow made it work. Absolutely brilliant. Have a look at this. From Sadurshan. Slightly overpitched. Look at the adjustment he made at the last moment. Brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. Now just 20 more runs required. One more hit from Sadurshan will take the game away from Southern Panthers. Oh, that's a good delivery. A good delivery to finish things off. 22 overs done. 3 more to go. 120 for 6. Oh, it's Praveen who has joined the party here. Again, over pitch, played it across the line of the delivery. And Manisha, or rather Praveen, has made the big use of that. Where is this gone? Oh, it's a 4. Back-to-back 4s. Praveen, he's playing an absolute brilliant hand here. Hirusha Balapitiya slightly overpitched once again, but the fielder completely misjudged it. So 2 4s on the trot. Just 12 runs required now. Praveen Fernando. Where has this gone? Oh, it's a 6. 4-4 and a 6 now. Hirusha Balapitiya has been taken on to cleaners at the moment. Look at this. He just threw everything he got at him towards that shot. 4-4 and a 6 now. He will take a single. Now just 5 runs away from victory. And Southern Panthers on the verge of recording their first loss in this tournament. And for Croston Kings, this is going to be an important win. Well, they're yet to win, but they're well on the course to do that. Right, so Hirusha Balapiti is under pressure now. He need to finish things off properly. Where has this gone? Is it a 6? Oh, yes, it is. And that's the game, is it? Yes, it is for Praveen. What a hand that he played. A brilliant innings from him. He finishes off with 22 runs off just 7 deliveries, and SP Sadurshan has played a wonderful hand as well. 26 off just 30. A brilliant innings and a brilliant run chase from the CROSTON Kings to record their first win in this tournament. They played 2 matches, lost both of them, but look at this. What a way to finish things off. The fielder, well, it's safe to say that he misjudged it once again. But look at what it means for the CROSTON Kings recording their first win in this tournament. After 2 back-to-back losses, they've been able to find their way, crawl their way back into this tournament. They're still not out. They're still going strong. First win in the tournament. But for the Southern Panthers, very contrasting fortunes for them. Their first loss in this tournament, played 2, won both the matches, and now coming into this third game against CROSTON Kings, they've been outplayed in all 3 aspects, in all 3 departments. Whether it's fielding, whether it's whether it's batting, whether it's bowling. Well, the CROSTON Kings have outsmarted them in every possible way. It's a good game of cricket, a wonderful game of cricket indeed. And I'm sure that you all enjoyed this as much as we enjoyed bringing you the live coverage. Right, so let's have a look at the batting of the CROSTON Kings. Not much contributions up there from the 2 openers, but then look at the contributions right from that number 3 batter to all the way down. 27, 18, 22, 26, 18, 22, all valuable contributions, and it's been a collective effort from the CROSTON Kings. But SP Sadurshan and Praveen Fernando just added those finishing touches, which was a cherry on the top. Looking into the bowling, couple of wickets for Eminem Akram. He bowled well, 4 overs, 2 for 17, and then wickets apiece for Roshan Darling, Udar Piris, Themi Gunaratna, and Hirusha Balapitiya, who went on for quite a few runs in that last over. So 23 overs is all what the CROSTON Kings required to chase things down, and they have done it in style. Let's have a look at the highlights of CROSTON Kings' run chase. As I mentioned earlier, it wasn't the best of the starts with the bat in hand for the CROSTON Kings. They badly needed this win. It was Roshan Darling with that early breakthrough. And the captain Ramesh was also dismissed cheaply. But then from there onwards, this is Udara Piris who came in to pick up a wicket. But from there onwards, the runs started to come. Those useful contributions, not big innings, but very impactful innings. Maybe 20s, maybe 25, 17, 18 here and there. Just everything accumulated at the end of the day. And this was Eminem Akram, who bowled extremely well, picked up 2 wickets, and really made sure that they stay in the contest right until the very last, or rather the 23rd over. But yeah, it was a good batting performance from the CROSTON Kings. They made sure that they stay in the competition. There was this phase of play where CROSTON Kings lacked the boundaries. The boundaries went dry, but the scoreboard went on ticking with singles, with 2s, and it really worked out well. They never let that required run rate to go past 8 or 9 runs. Everything, they were under control. Everything were in a settled sort of manner, and all ended up paying well at the end of the 23rd over. This was the power play overs. They took at the right time when they had the right batters out there in the middle, and they got the full use of it. 17 runs came off from the first one, and then Madhushan was dismissed in that second over. But then from there onwards, Hirusha Balapitiya was taken on for cleaners by Praveen Fernando, who played some really good shots all around the park. Couple of 4s and then 6s as well to made things really easy at the end of the day for the Croston Kings, and this was that final blow to take them home. So it was a wonderful day of cricket. The morning game was a low-scoring thriller, but this one, look at this one. Southern Panthers batting first made 139, and then Croston Kings in reply. In just 23 overs, they managed to get past the target set by Southern Panthers. They made it 142 for 6, and Kevin Samuel was the star of the show with 27 off 33, and Sadushan 26, and Tinula also contributing with 22 runs. So Croston Kings winning the game by 4 wickets. Well, as I mentioned earlier, it's been a wonderful day of cricket here at the Moores Sports Club grounds. We had a low-scoring thriller in the morning, and now the evening game, the team batting second, chasing things down in style. It's been an action-packed day of cricket, and I'm sure that you enjoyed the live action as much as we did, as much as I did, calling you the game right here from Moores Sports Club ground. So, with the intention of seeing you this weekend as well, it's goodbye and good night from Moores Sports Club.